model car fans, welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and this week I'm showing you where I am with my GT40 project here. This is the 1966 24 Hours of Daytona winner. Almost not really built right out of the box. This is the Revell kit from 1989, but it's really the Fujimi kit that's in the box. But there was a few modifications I did to the body. But if you saw my last videos where I did all the body work and paint and got the decals on, so the body's cleared and ready. And as a matter of fact, I painted the lift hooks or recovery hooks, but they're pretty much the lift hooks. I painted those red, got them on there, and then did the semi-gloss black in those areas, and the black all around the windows, which is kind of hiding that black fingerprint right there, but that's not bad at all. But she's looking good, and I blacked out the entire inside of the body. So the body's pretty much ready. I've got to put the windshield in, so I'll put the windshield and rear window in, and I've got a few other pieces, but these are in. I got to put in these front turn signal fog lights in there, and I got to paint some turn signal amber on them. So the body's pretty much ready. And I got the photo etch. One thing that's kind of funny with this one is this is the sealed bag in the Revell kit. It has all the photo etched, including the seat belts. Now in the Revell kit, it doesn't mention this. It does mention the seat belts here and the material. And this was a sealed kit. It was missing the material. But one of my other Fujimi kits that I had built had some left over. They give you plenty. So here's the seatbelt material from one of those, because they give you a pretty good sheet. As you can see, I already cut and used basically a third of it. But I had used some of it. So it's right here, and I got to do that next. So I had to dig this out from my spare parts box. I also dug this out. This is some ribbon I had saved up to do miscellaneous seatbelts, so I can have a little fun and maybe do red seatbelts on this one, or even use this material for the black or whatever color I want to use. I'll probably use the blue ones on one of the other ones, but I had this in my parts box too, so I dug this out and I may use some of that. But the photo etch is ready, and I started to get the wheels painted, so I hand painted the black in there, because in this car the wheels centers are black. And I still got to do some cleaning up and sanding where the sprue mounts on these knockoffs are. So I've really got to sand those off and take care of those and clean these up. And the chrome on these isn't very good, so I think I'll clean these up, mount them, and I'll check and see if this is one of the years where they were red and blue or not. I think in the pictures they're silver, but most of the photos, the actual race photos, are black and white. And the car is black and white, so it makes it a little difficult to tell. But I'll probably do them as silver and use the Motolo pen and match them up as best I can. But I blacked out the center, and I blacked out the inside of the wheel too. You can kind of see it sometimes, so I just blacked it out. Even though there's really not a whole lot of detail in this kit, it's a curbside. Got the tires kind of ready, and then I got the tire transfers. These are ones that say Firestone. I'm looking for another set of the Goodyear's tire transfers. And I got the taillights over here. I had painted a set of the taillights and hit them with the chrome Motolo pen, but I'm not happy with the results, so I'm either going to strip them, or I grabbed another set from one of the Mark 1's kits, because these share the same tree, the glass tree. So sometimes they have both sets of taillights. Like even this one, it has the taillights that the Mark 1 kits have. So they're on the tree even though I don't need them. But I cut those off of the tree, and I'll paint those. The original ones are right here. I took them and painted them, but I kind of messed them up. And I still got to do the turn signal amber on these. So I'll get those taken care of, and then I'll remove the rest of it and get the body all finished up. So the next time you see this, the body will be it'll be put together and done. But I did get to working on the chassis, even though it's a simple curbside. Like there's no motor. They make motor kits, resin motor kits, and I actually have them. I've got a couple of them. Got a couple of the Mark 1 kits, and I've got a resin 427 that's available through Scale Production. He has it on his site. So I got a 427 engine in resin that's 3D printed, and then I got so I guess that one's technically not resin, and I got a couple of the small blocks. But I haven't used any of those kits. But you know, these Fujimi kits, I really enjoy building them, even right out of the box, stone stock like this, and just putting the velocity stack and painting the carburetor, and not a whole lot of detail, but what you can see looks really nice. But I got the interior completed and put the fire extinguisher bottle right there. And I'm not really sure if that's 100% mounted correctly, but that's what the directions say, pretty much right in that area. And you know, put the pedals in there and just silver detail, painted some of the pieces, and got the decals on the gauges, if you can see those, if they come out. Those were from the decals that I used for the body from IndyCals. Those are his decals. And then I just, you know, hand painted some of the aluminum and steel bits. The rotors are steel, calipers I painted in gold. Some of the suspension parts are in aluminum, and airbrushed all of the semi-gloss black on this. So I got all of that painted and just hand painted and did some of the details and painted the radiator aluminum and just some of the fine details, just cleaning it up and building it. And I almost forgot, as I've done a few of these, and I forgot I glued the tips on. And the directions tell you not to do that last. But you know, it makes it a lot harder to put the body in. So you got to glue this in here and glue it down on the chassis, onto the transmission. So there's the exhaust pipes. That's how it goes on this. But these can't be protruding, because you basically put the body, slide the nose on, put the body and slide the body over, and it comes through, and then you got to put those on. So I made this assembly. I've already glued it. So now the trick is to put the whole body on when I'm finally done, get glue on these ends here and on this, and then feed it through the hole into here, which is going to go through this hole on the photo etch. So I got to feed it through there and get the exhaust pipes mounted and glued in place. So I kind of messed up there, but not really messed up. I mean, I didn't glue this in place yet. I still got to finish painting the steel. Some of these, the pipes are white, some of them they're black, and sometimes they're steel. So I just kind of chose to paint this steel, and the headers that kind of come out there steel, and then do the rest of this in aluminum. These are the luggage carriers. If you don't remember, or from reading the cars, they had to have luggage, and they had to have a spare tire up in here for the race cars. It was all part of the class they were in. But so that's pretty much ready, and the exhaust is ready. So I've got to paint one of these two gas caps. I got to mount the glass, paint the taillights, a couple little pieces here, and then I'll get this assembled, and then paint some of the rivets on the glass, which the Motolo pen really comes in handy for those now. So I really love that pen for those. And I got to foil the glass, the headlights. I foil the backside, cut the mounting tab off, and then glue them in. Not necessarily in that order. Technically, I cut them off of here, cut the mounting tab off, then put the foil, and then glue them on. So that's the correct order of me doing that, and then I glue these, of course, over there. But so she's coming along, and it won't be long for this one. This one's done, and I'll have it on my shelf as one of my other many GT40s. And I'll probably start another one, because it's just one of my favorite cars, and each one of them has a unique story. And even this one being one of the first ones to win and show that the car actually has a chance. So that's what's going on with this one, and my love affair with the GT40, which I'll get more into some of those, because you guys really seem to like what I'm doing with those. So that's what's going on with that. And I decided I'm gonna leave this gloss. I love the way it looks, and it's hard to say if this is supposed to be satin on the real cars, because they were just dirty and, you know, raced and everything. But the rest of the GT40s, you know, when you see them before their races, they're all glossy, especially the 24 Hours of Daytona winner, or Le Mans winner, the black and silver one that I did. That one's gloss black. So I decided I'm going to leave this one all gloss black and gloss on it, because I just really like the shine on them and showing the shape of the car. It also highlights this extra bulge that this particular car had at this particular race. It's a little dusty right now. I'm going to clean the dust off of it and get the windows mounted in, and some of the photo etch and foil some of the pieces, and finish detailing this one out. So that's probably my final update on this one, and the next time you see this car should be done. So thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing and hitting that bell button. I really appreciate it. And your comments, love your comments. Please keep them coming and let me know. But I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and you have a wonderful Saturday, and I'll see you next weekend.